If you live in Mobile, Alabama, it's hard not to be a football fan. Just about every young male here dreams of playing in the NFL one day, which is a difficult task to accomplish. Only 1.6% of college athletes make it to the NFL. But in 2014, 63 athletes from Mobile, Alabama were on an active roster in the NFL. University of South Alabama's 2014 graduate Jereme Jones is also a Mobile native, and he shares the same dream as many other kids from his area, only his chances of making it may be a little shorter. He is a 5'6" wide receiver.
I knew what my chances were. I knew they weren't great, but I knew I had a chance. That's all I needed, was the chance.
In the last 7 minutes. One at a time. Looking, single coverage down the far side. Instead goes over the middle. He's got to complete to Jereme Jones who breaks away. Jones, touchdown Yellow Jackets. 40 yards. The senior got burned as the sophomore Jones is able to go in for the score.
Jones had a lot of company when he caught it, Coach.
Oh, stomping around. We about to see him. We about to check it out. Well, I became somebody.
I have 3 kids. What was the first thing that I thought about when I first held him? Basically, I know he was going to be an athlete because his mom is one, and plus his dad is one. So, but the most precious thing I ever seen. I guess I could say when he started, maybe walking, because he was real quick, real fast. You know, we couldn't catch up with him because he was always running everywhere. So once he started walking, you know, I knew he was going to be something. I know that when I talked with my sister about it, she was telling me that he didn't like, because like I said, I wasn't always going to the games and she was mostly going.
Well, it was funny because the guy that started him out, he was my pest control that comes in to my pest control. And Jereme must have been about 5 or 6. And he wanted him to go out on the field to play. And it was during the summertime, summer months, like August, when it was really hot. And Jereme went out there for a couple of times, and Jereme came back and told me, he said, no, I can't do it, I can't do it. He said, it is too hot in them suits.
I first tried to start playing football when I was in 2nd grade. It was for Peters Park. I went out there, I stayed for about a week. I ain't like it. They were hitting me too hard. So I said, forget that. I just stick to basketball right now. And that was my sport anyway. Well, at that time, basketball. But I got back into it in the 5th grade. I played for Seawall Wildcats. We weren't that good. All we did was QB sweep right, QB sweep left, QB sneak. I was a quarterback then. So we lost after losing every game. I decided I ain't want to go through that again. So I ain't played my 6th grade year, sat out. Got back to it my 7th grade year. I played for St. Paul's Park League team. And we were pretty good that year. I played quarterback, running back, and receiver.
Oh, he was good. He was really fast because I would always tell him, I said, you run like you stole something. Because I remember when he first started playing, he ran the field out there at, it was St. Matthew's Park, I think, at the time. And he was running the football, and I was running right alongside of him. I said, run fast, 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 Jereme, fast as you can. And he was going too, boy. I mean, he was going.
Yeah, I was fast. I was real fast back then. I mean, I'm still fast now, but yeah, I take anybody in the foot race back then. There weren't really any other high schools that I thought about going to, because I grew up in the Catholic school system, went to St. Mary's from kindergarten through 8th grade. And you know, McGill is right across the street, so I always figured that that's where I would end up going, and I did.
Between me and my sister, because where we lived at when we moved here, and it was the district that we was in, and she decided that she wanted him to go to McGill.
It was just that I was fortunate enough I could afford it. And in the end, like I said, they offered him a scholarship over there to McGill, because he probably would have ended up at Murphy. And I really wanted them to go to a good school, so.
When him and his cousin, Michael Buchanan and Shay, all of them took a picture together, and he was the tallest of them all. And this was around about maybe 6, 7 or something like that. And then I guess from there, everybody else started sprouting up, and he just wasn't catching up. He just stopped.
It just never crossed me that he was going to be short. I thought he was going to continue to grow. But then after I saw him about the 10th, I guess the 11th grade, I said, but I guess he ain't going to grow no more, you know. He just going to be small, you know.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you know, some people had their growth spurts early. I was still right there, but it wasn't until my sophomore year when I saw everybody started to sprout up. When I was like, dang, I might have to do this at this height, you know.
From what I saw and what he showed me as far as his performances, he was okay with it.
He ran into a couple of problems, but that's when I spoke to his dad, because I didn't know anything about no sports or anything. So I brought his dad in and told his dad to come in and give him a little advice on what to do and, you know, how to talk to the coaches and things to let him know that, you know, he could play.
When I found out I was going to be starting, I think it was the first day of spring. It was first day of spring. I ran a drag route. The play was called 362 boot, but I was on scout team at the time, so I was going against the one defense. So I got through the middle, I caught the ball, shook some people, took off. The head coach at the time was Steve Severese. He stopped practice and was like, what stopped our period of practice and was like, what is Jereme Jones doing on the scout team? Jereme Jones is a 1 and 1A. I don't want to see him on scout team anymore. So that's when I knew that I was going to be able to help this team my sophomore year.
Oh, I said, oh, he's going to be good. He's really good. He can actually play, you know. He ran.
But it was okay because I knew he was a good athlete. I knew he was going to get out there and do his best every time he played. So.
I was nervous as heck, man, but it gave me a lot of confidence as the season went on. After I scored my first touchdown, I knew I could do it then. I knew with no doubt I was going to be able to do it. Going into my junior year, came in with a lot of confidence. We finished top 10 in the state after my sophomore year because we went to the quarterfinals.
Look at Jereme Jones take this one back to the goal line, and Jones
we went undefeated the whole year, the whole regular season. We were 10-0. That was the first time that's been done, I think, in get to the history. And then you get to the playoffs. Round 1, we beat Central Phoenix. And then round 2, we have Wetumpka. And this is probably the most memorable game I've ever played in, the best game I've ever played in.
Beautiful RSA Tower, downtown Mobile. And a McGill crowd that wants to get loud, wants to get rowdy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I think Torian Russell scored the first touchdown. And after that, I think they scored. And then we came back and I scored again. I caught it between 2 guys. I spent off of them and scored.
If McGill
You're right, Jim.
can just get 2 scores in the last 7 minutes.
One at a time.
Looking, single coverage down the far side. Instead goes over the middle. He's got it complete to Jereme Jones, who breaks away. Jones, touchdown Yellow Jackets. 40 yards. The senior.
Prior to that, it was 20-7. When I scored, I think I made it 20-13 because we missed the PATs too. Yeah, I feel like it gave our offense a boost of energy just because of the way it happened. You know, you got a 6'5" safety, a 6'2" safety going for the ball, both of them on the same team. Then you got the one guy that's on the other team, 5'5", go up, get it, snatch it, spin off, and score. I think that gave us a lot of confidence, You're
telling us that Jones stronger than he may appear because of his short stature, but a ball of muscle. It looks like
I looked at him last week, walked up to him and talked to him.
And he missed the extra point.
Wow. Good and thick.
McGill.
We ended up coming back to win. We were still down 14 points with 3 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter, so we had to come up with some. We had to just pull all the tricks out.
What's number 7 and number 43 mean to McGill?
They come to Jereme Jones. Jones slips a tackle at the 30 and some more. Big defensive backs back there. They come to Jereme Jones to the near side. Jones able to slip a tackle. Now Jones has got another first down. He's knocked out of bounds at the end of the play as well. And the clock's still running. And then hope for an onside kick. Wacker fires it, and Jones has got it complete. Down to the date with the Yellow Jackets next week. Wacker rolls out to his right, looking. Now he's going to try to run it. Wacker dives, touchdown Yellow Jackets.
To that point, we hadn't lost the game, and then it was playoffs, so it was win or go home. So we just had to dig deep and just find a way to come out victorious in that game, and we did it.
A touchdown. Wacker looking over the middle, and they want a flag. There it comes.
Yeah, flag was due on that one.
Jereme Jones draws, the lines up just in the slot. Wacker throws over the middle, complete again, and that's going to be good for a first down. No, it's short of the first down, so McGill takes the timeout. And they are down to the 13-yard line.
2 shots at the end zone.
Got enough time?
Close.
Oh, no, you got to go to the end zone.
And you got ball hawk safeties that can go and get it, too.
Yeah.
Glenn Harbin at the top of your screen. Zach Ballet.
Your best receiver's a foot shorter than their best defender.
Jereme Jones and Petty to the bottom of your screen. Colin Wacker rolling out. Pressure on the right side. Rolling. Fires. Touchdown Yellow Jackets. Touchdown Yellow Jackets. Quentin Petty. 2 seconds left. This one.
Yeah, man, that kind of had me down, man. Accomplishing everything that I did my junior year, knowing that I didn't have any offers. I didn't even know. Well, I mean, I knew some people were looking at me. Some people came to the school to look at me, some schools, but I guess I didn't pass the eye test because they would come, look at me, talk to me for a little bit, and they wouldn't come back.
I was wondering why he wasn't getting any scholarship. I was thinking maybe because of his size or something, you know, that he wasn't getting any offers. Because a lot of the guys that I work with, they was always say, Jereme is good. I know he's going somewhere. He's going somewhere. But
I knew that eventually somebody was going to pick him up. You know, somebody going to offer him something. You know, so I didn't feel like, you know, he's not going to be able to go to college. He's not going to be able to play college football.
I remember first time I stepped foot on this field with South Alabama coaches. It was at a camp that they had, and I almost didn't even go because I didn't have the money to go. I was it cost $25, and the only way I went was because my cousin's mom paid for me to go. So it was just like I dominated, like honestly dominated. That's when I got my scholarship offer. After the one-on-ones, at about this spot right here, and it was a post route. I got off the line, broke dude off at the line. Got here, ran the post. The ball come, it was a low ball. It was a low ball, so I had to actually get down there and get it. I caught it, scored. Now I'm walking back, and Coach Damian Craig is walking towards me, and we met at about this spot. He said, "Congratulations, son, you just been offered a scholarship by the University of South Alabama." And my life changed.
Yeah, I started recruiting Jereme at we had a camp at Ladd Stadium, actually. I guess it was in summer of 2009. He came to it. I remember he ran about 3 routes, and after about the 3rd route, I offered him a scholarship and was able to get him here. 2 things initially. Number 1, he was extremely quick, getting in and out of his breaks very well. And the second thing I see, he was very competitive. You know, he's one of them guys who want to win every play, and so I could tell he'd be the kind of guy to come here and compete.
when he called me and told me he had got the scholarship from South, I was saying, oh, well, that was great then. You know, that's closer to home. I don't have to travel that much. I can just go right there and go to the games and go.
It's just a lot of excitement when you starting, when you leaving something that you've been at for like 4 years, and then you have to start something else. It's like a new chapter in your life beginning. I didn't know what to expect, for real. So I just took it head on. This summer, I was excited, man. I think my first class was drama and public speaking. I was kind of nervous for the public speaking part, but I mean, I was excited for it at the same time. You know, starting something new. Like I'm in college now. You know what I'm talking about? And I was a football player.
I knew he'd be a really good player for us because of it. He had a competitive nature, and he had the skills. I mean, he had great ball skills. Caught the ball as good or better than anybody we've had here. And so I knew he had all those things plus the intangibles.
I mean, he seemed like a real cool dude, and he turned out to be a real cool dude. He a player's coach, man. I love playing for him.
You know, some people say they practice hard. Some people really practice hard. He was a guy that really got after it in practice, and that's what endeared me to him because he just tried to get better every day. And I knew when I saw that, he was going to be a really good football player for us.
Freshman, I actually returned a punt. My first college game.
Yeah, that was good. You know, I knew he could make plays like that because of his quickness, great ball skills, catching the ball, make somebody miss and go. You know, good punt returners usually are pretty quick and shifty. You don't have to have really that long speed, but he had the ability to make people miss, and that was great. He made a great play there.
I was looking at all the other guys, how big, and they saying to what I said, I just hope they don't hurt him out there. We just jumped up and just run, Jereme, run. I was just going just like I was running behind.
My freshman year was okay. I mean, for a freshman, I got to play a lot on offense. I got to play a lot on special teams. I got to play a lot in general. I think I scored twice, both on the same route, the hitch fade. And what that is, you line up, you're gonna take 3 steps, you're gonna hitch, and then you're gonna spin out of it and go to the back pylon. But it's very weird that they will have me running a fade route, because fades are usually for the 6'3", 6'4" guys in the back of the end zone, because they taller and they can jump, you know. But that was my route while I was here.
Well, he could separate from people. He was so quick and sudden that he would get a 3-yard separation from them. So all you had to do was throw it over the top of the defender. You really didn't have to throw it high, because he was so open, it was easy to make a throw. I know he's had the longest streak for catching a pass, and I forget, it was maybe 30-something games. I don't know exactly how many, but I know he said that, and I'm sure he has some other ones, because he was way up there in the statistics every year in catches and yardage. The biggest thing I remember about him is being a great 3rd down receiver.
Bennett throws, quick slant, caught, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown, Jags! Touchdown, Jereme Jones. Down to Jones at the 20. Jereme, 25, 30, 35, 40, midfield 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds.
Especially after a really disappointing first game loss. Pass out to the left side, almost intercepted, he's got it. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. On a play that was almost intercepted, it's a 65-yard touchdown.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, pimp strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustle.
We went and got weighed, and when I got our height. A funny thing about that, I didn't even reach the tape. I think the tape stopped at like 5'7", and I was like 2 inches under that, man. Had me at 5'5". I didn't know I was that short.
I think that the size obviously would hurt. You know, when you're that or 5'5" or whatever he is, you know, they really want to see you run a 4.3.
We went up to the field, started getting warmed up for the field events. The first one was a 40. And when I'm warming up, I'm low key, I'm getting nervous. And usually they say when that happens, like it's either something good gonna happen when you're real nervous and you're real worked up, like you're gonna break records or you're gonna fail miserably. And that's kind of what happened. I was too worked up. I wasn't calm or none of that.
I said, well, I guess something didn't go right. He didn't come, and then when he came home, he was kind of like sad, you know. So, and I wouldn't pressure him into telling me. I said, well, one day he'll tell me what went wrong, you know.
Where did I go wrong? What did I do that caused this? Seemed like I gave my life to Christ. I started living right, and then
when he came home and told me about the disappointment of him making, I think, was it a 4.7? I think that's what it was, 4.7. And I was like, oh man. I was like, it's okay. I just, you know, told him to keep his head up. I was like, don't worry about it.
First of all, I couldn't believe it, you know, because I know he's faster than that. You know, I know he trained a lot for that as well. Yeah, but that kind of thing matters, you know. They want to see those good numbers, and like I said, especially at his size. But you know, he was a guy really and truly. If he'd have gotten a camp, just got on a team, they would have seen what kind of player that he was, and I guarantee he would have a chance to make it because he's so competitive.
It was my 40 time. I knew that's the only thing, because my height, that was strike one. And the 40 time, not that it determines your speed on the field, but that's something that they look at, and they look at heavily.
To these flames, I praise the Lord. Even at times that I don't feel like it. Ain't got nothing but an ounce of hope in my heart, but I'm still fighting. Restoration is what you told me, so I believe. Regardless of what the situation appears to be, it's clear to me that it's in your hands and not mine. Nobody better. You deliver in sunny or cloudy weather on time, so I'll rest my worries in the palm of your hands and pray that this test down the road makes me a better man.
Tie your split. Tie your split. Nah, man, ain't no wrong with you. You finna get all these plays. You need it. Right now, I'm coaching at this beautiful institute, McGill Tulane Catholic High School, my alumni where I went to school. Get off, Jackson! Right now, we're in the playoffs. We just beat Auburn 42-3. Now we move on to the semifinals, and we got Central Phoenix City. It's new to me, you know, my first time coaching. I missed the game. I do see some things, you know, especially whenever my receivers do something. Think back to what did I do when I was in this situation.
I think that it was a good idea that he did go to McGill, because they, even after he graduated from school, they picked him up and offered him, you know, to be assistant coach, or, you know, for the receivers there, and I think that was a good thing.
Say that. Say that.
I had my son July 23rd, 2015. Best day of my life. People always tend to say that, like, whenever you have your first child, it'll be, you can't explain that moment. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen he's grown a lot, and by having that baby, it's actually bringing it out of him. You know, he's realized that he's got to move on forward, and he has somebody that he has to take care, and he has responsibilities.
Well, there's been a lot of people who've been looked over at certain times, and maybe they had a second chance, maybe they had a third chance. Well, you never know. I mean, certainly with time, you know, your chances do dwindle, but he's still young enough to stay in shape and improve some things, and maybe get in Canadian League, you know, at first, and then work his way up, or arena ball. Because, you know, there's been a lot of guys out of arena ball, a lot of guys out of Canadian League that went to the NFL. So I know he's a guy that won't give up. I know he's a guy that cares about it, and he has goals in his mind. He's going to get them.
After this season, I'm working out now, but I'm going to really get back into working out. Work on my 40, work on the L, the pro, continue running routes, continue lifting. Just trying to maintain until those camps come back around, to those trials, and I'm gonna go to a few of them. I might do South Pro Day again. Who knows? I might do somebody's pro day. I'm gonna do somebody's pro day. When my son is old enough to look back at my career, I hope he can say that he's proud of me. I hope he can say that he's proud of me. That's the #1 thing, and I'm pretty sure he'll be able to say that.
I'm still pressing through the pain. Sometimes you gotta stand tall and walk against the rain. When it's fourth quarter in the game, not a lot of strength remains to give. But you're a champion and winners don't quit. Winners don't quit. Winners don't quit.
Jereme helped coach McGill Tulane to the state championship, and he continues to train for the NFL, hoping that one day, one team will see his potential.
Can't be looking at the camera. Go on, get your Odell Beckham smile, Lisa.
Yeah.
But I refuse and it ain't happening. I'ma have about 120 years when my body hit that casket, and I'ma do everything I'm supposed to. Gonna make my daddy happy, and I'ma get everything that's coming.
All right, tell me we can start playing football.
Oh, we gotta go that far back.
Yep.
All good. I got it. Yeah, that was the warm up anyway.
You gotta cut them nails.
Yeah.
Hey, big man.
You love the camera.
Yeah.
Back with the left hand. It was close to the sideline. Left hand, I don't know how I caught it, but it was bobbling in my hand, and somehow I hit the ground and I kept it. I held on to it. It's probably one of my most memorable college plays.